Welcome everyone. This is the Power of Energy Healing, and I am Christy Warnick. I am a spiritual, intuitive, and energy healer, and I am so grateful to have you with me today, and I am grateful also to have Peter Schink back with me. He's one of my regulars around here, and we have an interesting topic today, conscious creation and the power of intention. But first, I would like to invite you to please share this out. When you share this out, then you win, there's like a chance to win a free lightwave balancing session, which is balancing of your chakras, your elementals, your body systems. It's a remote session. So share this out, and that way next week you could be, get that session and we can get you all balanced up. So share this out, and I'm going to do the same. And I'm just going to, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to get Peter to go ahead and tell you just a brief little bit about himself, and then we'll get into like a water blessing or some activations or something. But I'd like to share this out just to get some people to join us. So, Peter, you want to just tell people a little bit about yourself, and then we'll do your normal water blessing and all that. We got him on today. Some computer stuff going on, but he's here on his phone, and we're good to go.
Hey, everyone. Thanks, Christy. So I basically had a wake-up experience about 20 years ago, which completely, it was the largest paradigm shift in my life. I went from, a life stuck in fear into a life filled with love and creativity. And that moment happened in a microsecond. And, almost 2 decades later, and 15 years of product development and pushing the envelope, here we are on with Christy. And today I offer an array of products and services backed up by almost 1,000 written and video testimonials on my website to the effects of what I do. And it's also important to mention that I don't advertise. I don't need to. Everything I've done's been through user experiences and them, word of mouth, them sharing, whether it's a product or a service, with their friends. And people eventually come back to the moderndaymystic.com website and have a look-see and start to dabble in some of the free stuff, and voila, here we are.
Here we are. So do you want to do a water blessing? What are you going to do for us today? I know you usually like to start off with something.
We're going to do a water blessing, but this one's going to be slightly different. We're going to be drawing energy from the water instead of reversing it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is kind of a new design that came on with the onslaught of the triage of receiving workshops. So basically what I want you to do is just wrap your hand around the glass of water or bottle of water without actually touching the glass itself, and connecting your fingertips like that. And then what I want you to do is just put your attention on the water. And in a second, you'll start to feel the energy from the water push out into your hands. Okay, this is a slightly different, extremely powerful goodwill blessing to kind of set the mode and the tone of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of just close your eyes and keep your attention on the center of that water. And what you're going to feel is this kind of explosion occurring within the water as that energy just pushes out into your hands. And then I want you to put your full attention on the center of that nucleus and repeat those 8 magical words. I honor the space in which you exist.
I honor the space in which you exist.
And then you'll feel it being game on. Boom. It just happens. Go ahead and drink as much as you want. I'm using coffee because I
just have a bottle of water. I hope it's okay. I used Aquaware charged water.
There you go.
We'll supercharge it, right?
That is pretty amazing. So
yeah. All right.
So what's today's topic?
Today, conscious creation and the power of intention. I heard you mention that in one of your videos. Like, I don't know, a week or two ago, and I don't know, it kept coming up for me, that conscious creation, because that's what I do. That's part of my manifesting process, and so is that intention.
Yep. So there's a bunch of buzzwords flying around here, and there's a couple different directions everything's going. So I'll kind of I'll try to break it down and make it really easy. There's two avenues for manifesting: unconscious manifestation and conscious manifestation. And we're going to start with unconscious so you really can discern between the two, and then we'll break down how conscious manifestation works. So unconscious manifestation happens to us literally hundreds of times a day. It's a deja vu. It's a blip in the matrix. It's a synchronicity, okay, whether you are conscious or unconscious about it. So an example of that is you're driving down the highway and you think of a red Ferrari, and all of a sudden, 30 seconds later, a red Ferrari drives by, and you have conscious recognition of that. That's unconscious manifestation. It happens to us all the time. Most of the time, we're not aware of it. Now, conscious manifestation is very, very easy to understand in theory, but it's incredibly hard in practical application to bring something into fruition. So everything on the market today, besides the Source 5, of course, and a couple of the other products I have, all exist around a core belief which has been around since time immemorial. Okay, and it's for whatever reason, people just love to follow this doctrine, but it never works. It fails 99.999% of the time, and that is very simply you want to consciously manifest something, which is bringing something into fruition that you desire. So you think about it in your head, you release it to the universe comes by, picks it up, brings it upstream in your timeline, starts creating those energetic pathways to bring it into fruition in a manner that is conducive to your reality. And that's key there, because if it's not conducive to your reality, it just ain't going to happen. Now, why does it fail? Because it's got this glaring Achilles heel. It's absolutely huge, and it's called doubt and worry. If you have doubt and worry that your manifestation will not come into fruition, thought form gets destroyed, you have to start over again. But a lot of people don't know that, and then they get frustrated because whatever they want's not coming along, and they give up. So that led into a whole paradigm shift in thinking, and that's why I created the source line of software, which takes the human equation out of it, allows you to consciously direct your manifestation into water. Then it comes out of the body on light rays, and we've kind of talked about that on another show. Okay, so the key parts to manifesting and the secrets, and then I'm gonna, even at this stage in the game where I vibrate and where I exist, I humanly, I always believe that I've seen it and done it all, and I consistently get blown away by the amount that the universe still has to offer and teach me. Okay, and like the receiving workshops, of which the third one is tonight. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I just thought that the receiving workshop version 1 was going to be it, and then at the end of it, they very clearly showed me a way to advance it even further. And after, during the second one, I'm thinking in the back of my head as I'm doing what I do, I'm like, yeah, there's no way this is going any further. And then boom, in real time, at the end of the second one, they show me a way through to bring it even further. So now I'm thinking, okay, number 3 is probably going to be it. I'm 199% sure it is. Okay, but that's how it works. They're continuing to evolve you, which evolves what you can bring and deliver to the world, and that's what brings us to conscious creation. Okay, everything except in a couple of different things that I've described, everything that I've ever taught and showed people has always been around, the first 1 or 2 parts of manifesting, and that is knowing what you want and how to deliver it to the world. And then, as of late, something called conscious creation came into fruition. Now, you know, when you are given a bit of information, and what you do with that information determines if you move to a higher octave, if you move to another octave, right? And in these higher octaves are where everyone wants to go, but you're not going to get there unless you actually work for it. And when you're given a piece of information, what you do with that information determines if you move to the next octave, if you act on it. Now, I've been saying this for years, but only until recently did it make sense in the conscious creation part of it. And that is, in order to solidify to the universe something you want to bring into fruition, you have to act on it. Okay. Now, I love to use the example of a red Ferrari. It's something I've always wanted since I was a kid, and I know that at one day I will be driving one. Just haven't gotten there yet. But I use a red Ferrari because it's a ground zero for a lot of different reference points when explaining how spiritual technology works and where we're going with it. So conscious creation, what we already know about that red Ferrari is, okay, I wanna put it into my head. I'm gonna release it to the universe. The universe is gonna go by, create that pathways. I'm not gonna have any doubt or worry about it, and then the universe is gonna deliver it to me. And in your head, okay, you wax that beautiful red paint. What do you want? You want to, I want a whatever 455 with a V12. It's gonna be red. I want tan. Leather. It's you start it up in your head. You drive it. You wax it. You clean it. That is the premise of manifesting. Okay, the conscious creation part of it is immersing yourself in the experience. And when you are involved and busy in the experience, you don't have any time to worry. Okay, so doubt and worry never come into your conscious mind. That and just that part of it makes it 50% more real. Okay, and then the very act of acting in it, becoming, immersing yourself in the experience. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to start researching online. Well, where am I going to get the money to buy this thing, right? You're going to go down to a dealer. Hopefully they allow you to test drive it, because I would love that, right? But this is it. This is, you know, this is how you bring something into fruition. And the product that we are co-creating has followed this doctrine to the T. You know this, right? You're seeing this evolve. Unfortunately, no one knows what we're
People don't
talking
know what
about.
we're talking about.
And we can't let them know yet. Wink, wink.
Well,
We
we
will.
can just say that Peter and I are co-creating a product together. It will be coming out. Hopefully, we thought by the end of January, might be February now, but definitely, I mean, it's moving right along very smoothly. And we'll say that it has to do with miracles and leave it at that. So we're just going to leave the overall premise of it kind of a surprise for another month or so from now. But what Peter and I decided when we started this, and what he and I already was, but he did say, get excited about this, because that's putting that intention, that it, and we've been doing so much along the way as far as really checking in with each other on all the different decisions that are being made, all the different like I said, everything that involves miracles, it's come to us. It's really just fallen into place. But we got really excited about this, and we've maintained that though, because I've got it on my table and I've put it on the Terra Resonator. But it's really that that excitement about it, just knowing that it was going to happen, knowing that it's going to work. And that's what's leading me into my next question for you, Peter. When you create something, it's conscious creation, but that intention of what it's meant to do plus more, right? So that's the intention. And when you put that behind it, I feel that is an action, because when you put an intention out there, you're deciding, that's an action, is to decide to put an intention out there. That is action too. So when people are going, how do I act upon this? Your intention is an action. So it can be that easy, putting an intention out there.
100% correct. So, when I create, and you've seen the best of this over the last couple months as this project we're working on comes together. But typically when I create, I have an end goal in sight, and whatever that end goal is, right? It can be a, maybe Aquaware 6. It can be the forthcoming HFA Orion, the mystery project we're working on. Another TR is on the way. So whatever, I set my sights on. That is my intention, is the end product. Okay. And I don't want to say when you vibrate higher, because that would imply ego, and I'm working at staying away from that. But when you have truly opened yourself up enough and understand the way things work at a very simple level, your intention is thereby magnified hugely. Okay. And I personally, I fall in love with what I do, and that creates some motivation and some inspiration to see the intention through to fruition at whatever the end game is. But that's temporary. The motivation and the inspiration are just temporary. They're enough to get me, get my blood going and saying, you have to be driven. Okay. And when you are driven to see through whatever it is in life that you want to get done, that intention is amplified, because when you're driven, you're unstoppable. Okay. Nothing that comes between you and your end result will stop you from getting to the end of your intention, because the universe comes right in and takes it out. And that's all part of immersing yourself in the experience. That's all part of the conscious creation. What you have is this moving, rapid ball of energy that all of this just forms into, and it pulls that, all of that. The experience is creating your reality to bring that which you desire, which is the end goal, which is your intention, or what you want to bring into fruition. You create your reality as you move through it. And I'll use a very simple example, and I do this a lot. When you go to bed at night, if you have a positive thought, your dreams will reflect it. When you get up in the morning, if you have a positive thought, your environment mimics perfectly what you put out. It's all bitchy and crabby. You know what? Everyone in your reality is going to be pushing it back up. If you can just have a beautiful thought, about whatever, when you get up, that's what you do. Tickle your toes. Well, what mimics your reality, and it makes that which you want to bring in the form, your intention, the end goal, that much more. That's conscious creation blessed with intention, 100% through and through.
Yeah, it was just a quick little thing, and like I said, this is more of a, I don't know if you'd call it conscious or unconscious creation, but I was out to eat Sunday with my family, and we were at a restaurant, and sitting across from us were some ladies, and they were talking about a movie. And I thought to myself, oh, wow, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I knew what they were talking about because it was an older movie. And do you know, I came home, and later that afternoon I was flipping through the channels. This movie I have not seen on TV in years. It has not shown up. I turned on the TV, and guess what? That movie was on. I mean, crazy things like that.
Yep, that's unconscious.
Yeah. But then I can put out there, yes, I choose to have this, to receive this in some way, shape, or form. It manifests. So that's the conscious creation. So that's a little bit of a difference there that you can, kind of compare the two to know see the difference there.
There's a lot, depending on the complexity of that, which you desire. That's more along the lines of station where there's nothing really required action wise on your part to bring something in, as opposed to, the creative piece to it, and navigating all those little pitfalls that just kind of pop up. And, we've seen half a dozen with this project already.
Yeah, because we have the end result in mind. but some of the things along the way have changed, but it's been because it's something even better than what we thought it was,
Well, that's just it. When you have, in my experience, when okay, here's a perfect example. I've talked about this already. I'll talk about it again. After the core cleanse service this year, I wanted to spin up a abundance type of energetic, session, and what did that morph into? Receiving workshops, and I completely turned, the workshop part of my business upside down in terms of, how I should really be receiving and allow that affordability to fall, forward into other people's hands to be able to produce these workshops. That's the best part of how these things morph. Your beginning idea is never what the end concrete is going to look like, because only as you're moving through it does it morph and become better. And even in our project, when we were talking about it never sat right. And what did that morph into? Something that was much more affordable in the long run for what we were trying to deliver to people. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And so anyone that right now, I'm just going to send out just some, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I usually do this at the very end, which we've got a few minutes left. But I do want to do this because I want to have this energy, go ahead and people be receiving this energy. But I have 2 accelerator images, and even just the intentions of these accelerator images are going to be infused into this video. So if you would like to receive these, the first one is the Palladian Light Matrix, which it sparks new ideas and manifests projects. So if you look at this, if you receive this energy and have some kind of project in mind that you would like to complete, that you would like to manifest, you can actually intend for these energies to go to that. But you'll receive these anyway if you'd like to. Okay, so I'm going to send this out to everyone now. And the other one is for, this is goal achievement. It's a money magnet accelerator. It's for prosperity and abundance. But I really liked the goal achievement aspect of this too. So I'm just going to send these out for anyone that would like to receive. And so getting into the receiving, Peter, really, we got just a few minutes because I do want to mention, though, the other thing that happens with my shows, when people share out, whether they're live, whether on the replay, I choose someone each week for a free lightwave balancing session. It's a remote session. I just contact you and we do it via Messenger. Carla Marie Fox. She shared out all of my videos last week. I had several videos going on last week, and so she shared them all, and so I'm very grateful. So she will be getting the lightweight session this week. But coming up tomorrow, there's a post on my Facebook page. Anyone that would like to be involved in a group healing that I am doing tomorrow, you can just comment yes on that post. You can go to my Facebook page, my business page, which is facebook.com/Christy Warnick1, or you can search for Christy Warnick, Spiritual, Intuitive, and Energy Healer. It's just a public page that people can like and follow. And so if you go there, you'll see the post is posted at the top of the page right now. And it'll be at a certain day and time. Tomorrow will be the day. And the time is listed there. You can look for your time zone on that. So just say yes on that if you would like to receive that tomorrow only. That'll be Wednesday, and that's December 19th. So if you'd like to do that. And so speaking of receiving, you have the receiving, the number 3, possibly, hopefully, the final receiving workshop or in this trio that you've done here. So that's tomorrow. So how can people, they go to your website, moderndaymystic.com. It's donation based, right? So that's great.
It is, yeah. Yep. Just go to.
So it is a donation based workshop.
Yep. Just moderndaymystic.com. Click on workshops, and then you'll see the V3 and people have asked me, do I have to do 1 and 2? And the answer to that is really no, but it's really a build up to number 3. The energy tonight is going to be extremely potent. And if you're not used to building up to it, it could be a little overwhelming for you. But tonight, we're going to take the perfect reality that's right next to you and superimpose that where your consciousness is receiving just on the other side, and we're going to bring that into bear on you tonight. So it's gonna it's gonna be an over the top for sure.
Yeah. So Peter's, just to clarify, because Georgia, yes, Peter's workshop is tonight, and that's December 18th. But the replays, you can still do the other workshops. They're still there. He's got them recorded, so you can actually do those. There's still time to even do those if you want to get that in before tonight, but it'll be pretty powerful. But yeah, the group healing that I'm doing is tomorrow, so that was the difference there. But yes, tonight is Peter's workshop, the receiving workshop. And, like I said, we are working with consciously creating something, but I do believe that a lot of the pieces that fall into place with consciously creating something are unconscious too. So they can all work together as well, certain aspects of it. But when you have that intention, that creation, that end product in mind, know that you can just put it out there and allow for the pieces to fall into place that to get there. That's just kind of part of that creation process. And, just the intention. And I always leave things open to, yes, it can happen a certain way, but I always just leave it open to, okay, I know it can happen this way. That's one possibility because I believe in infinite possibilities. So you just put it out there, or something better. Sometimes if you kind of have something in mind as to how it's going to be created, that's okay. Don't let that stop you in any way, but know that when you put out there that or something better, that's kind of how things will happen. Things unexpectedly happen. They just fall into place. Everything just kind of unfolds more naturally, and you can just allow that. And so that's a great process too, just to allow it to unfold. And that's kind of what Peter and I have done with, we did have some things in mind. Oh yeah, we're going to do this, this, and this, but then something else came along and it was even better. And so that's part of that creative, getting creative. And so it's really a wonderful thing to see something come into creation like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's going to be beautiful. I mean, so we will be back on probably the end of next month. We'll just see how it goes along, where we're getting in some pieces and stuff just to kind of check on, and we've got the order in on most of it, and so we're getting everything together. And so with the holidays, we're just being patient and cooperative with the order in which things are unfolding with this. But it's gonna be awesome. So, and I just want to thank everyone for joining us. If you would like to check out Peter's products, workshops, software, anything else about him or anything else, go to moderndaymystic.com. The link will be in the comments below the original video here. And also, if you'd like to get in touch with me, I have all of Peter's products. And so if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I've done many videos, and I'm sure there's more to come. And so you can just go to ChristyWarnick.com and have all of my information there. All of my links will be in the comments below. And check out the Akashic Academy website, theakashicacademy.com. Very easy to find. You can subscribe to the free magazine there. You can sign up for the membership there. There's all kinds of cool information there, so check that out. The links to that will also be in the comments. So everyone, just thank you all for being here. Next Tuesday is Christmas. So I may just hop on and do some fun readings or something. It just depends on my son and my husband and what they're doing and what I can get away with in that 30 minutes of my time here on the show. So look forward to having you join me. If you're not doing anything better on Christmas Day, it'll be at 11 at my normal time, 11 o'clock Central Time, which is 12 o'clock Eastern Time, and that's 9 o'clock Pacific Time. And so you can just figure out what time zone that is for you. And just join me. I'm going to do my best to be here on Christmas and possibly New Year's Day too. Those are both on Tuesdays. So I will see what I can do to make that happen. And just for people that, like I said, don't have anything better to do, or maybe you're wanting to take a break from whatever it is that you are doing, that's fine too. So I will do my best to join you, and I welcome you to join me, and let's just have some fun together on those days. I don't have any guests scheduled for those 2 days, so it'll just be us having some fun, maybe some card readings and some downloads, something like that. So we'll have fun with it. But yeah, so thank you all for joining me. So grateful to have you here with me. Check out Peter's website. Join him for the workshop tonight. Be sure to get in on that free just remote healing that I've got offered tomorrow. It'll just be a certain day and time, so there will be no replay. It's just going to be a distance remote type thing. So it's got the time listed on there. And there's already over 100 people that have said yes on there. So it is very inspiring to me to see that many people reaching out and saying yes, that they would love to receive a healing. So I think that's great. And Peter's, with his receiving workshops, he's noticed amazing results from that. I mean, it's how inspiring is that, Peter? I mean, it's just incredible, right?
It's what drives me forward.
Yeah, it just keeps us going. We love doing this. So we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful week, a wonderful Christmas, wonderful holidays. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.